The world has changed, but the love for Lord of the Rings still remains. Finding lost but not forgotten miniatures.
Much that was once lost may now be found in the 50p boxes at Worcester War Games. 3 were made for the shelves, highest and most balanced of all storage. 7 for the hobby lords in their gaming halls, and 9 were made as spares. This journey begins with Paint Stripper.
It's just as simple as throwing them in now. You just cast it in there, into the stripper. Are you okay, Finn? Finn?
Cast it into the fire! Destroy it!
No.
Isildur!
Yeah, okay, go on then. Good.
Welcome to the Wizard's Brush. My name is, of course, irrelevant. Today we're going to be having a look at these pre-loved miniatures from the Games Workshop Middle-earth range. We've got some Haradrim warriors and some Minas Tirith warriors. Finn has never painted models before, so it's going to be really fun taking a beginner from start to finish with this process. And thankfully they've only been primed thus far, so we can easily strip that off, reprime, rebase and repaint these. And I've also got some Haradrim that are part of my pile of shame. I'd really like to get them finished so that I can put them on top of my giant Mamakill beast. All of the miniatures are stripped at this point, even threw in some metal ones that I've been meaning to get around to. And just for reference, I put them in there for just under an hour. The metal ones you can put in for much longer, it's not going to do them any harm. And now they're ready for the next stage.
I know what I need to do next. I did a few off camera here. I need to remove the seam lines. We need to add detail to the base, which will obviously give a lot better texture and make it more of a sandy terrain. Ground texture acrylic, it's not, is it? Have I said it completely wrong?
That's fine, yeah. It's basically sandy paint.
These little bricks off Amazon, they're like clay bricks things, mini little.
And I'm going to be cracking on with these guys. They just have red on them and they're primed and they're built, and it feels like I've been doing them for a f***ing eternity.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
Yeah, it went fine. Maybe just take a break.
Removing the seams, this Hessian Mod Podge this brush.
The base.
Mixing, put the Hessian on the base. Cutting around the base, hairdryer glue and this earbud.
To the shadow.
And then just doing it again and 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 then spray.
It went fine.
Okay.
It was fine.
Okay.
Everything was fine.
That's fine then. That's good.
Anyways, back to me removing the seam lines of the miniatures before priming them and heading home. After discovering what these weird utensils do, I got really focused. Painting these Harad and Gondor warriors. Aren't they cool? Wonder what Hade's up to.
I've been working on this Haradrim since 5 in the morning, and I've managed to get the cloth done in red. 6 of them, there are 12. Finn arrives in 2 hours, I have a commission tomorrow, and I've got to get all of them done. So let's hammer these Haradrim with the absolute hate and will to dominate all life on Middle Earth.
So here I am, helm hammer handing my way through these Harad, and I've got into the gold details. I've been making pretty good progress on these at this point. And next up is a little Agrax Earthshade wash, which is a nice and efficient way to get through a lot of models. Some people advocate for not using wash, and sometimes I am that person, but not this day. And we're getting onto the reds here with Carabor Crimson, I believe it's called. And then with some pure red, we're going to put some broad highlights onto these broad boys.
So, done some more work on these at home, as you can see. It needs a bit more work done, obviously I've missed a bit, but that's fine. I was distracted watching Lord of the Rings.
Wow, who can blame you for that? It's looking really good. Got no thick paint, so that's good.
We're going to be dry brushing the base and all of the other wooden parts of this, like the bow and the spears.
Yeah, what is that? Is that meant to be spears on top, or is it just like got some cool...
A lot of the time when you're walking in the desert,
Yeah.
the wind's like at your back because you don't want to be travelling into the wind, and this breaks up the sand, but it also collects up the moisture from the sand, and then that
So you can use it as a
filters
drink.
down into a backpack, and in his helmet, you can't see it here, but
Oh, he's got a straw.
yeah.
Like
So
this.
if you were wondering about, that's what that is at the back. So
Pretty cool, you know. That's news
it
to
is
me.
very cool, actually.
Well, how'd the others survive? They don't have this. Surely they should have
They
this.
don't. That's why he's the leader.
So I started with some skeleton bone and some brushes before dry brushing the top of the Harad.
As Finn is smashing his way through some dry brushing techniques, I am moving on to small details like the faces and the dreaded eyes of the beasts of these Harad. And I'll also be doing the small details on the chest plates, like the gemstones, the red gems of Harad and the desert peaks of Azakabar. Yes.
Yes, sounds very cool. Whilst Hade's doing that, I am adding some final washes onto the cloth to make them more dirty.
I'm doing my final highlights. I'm using a red mixed with a yellow and a white to give it a kind of sunny desert feel. Could go further with these towards a white, but decided to end here because there's a lot of figures to get through, and I'm, lazy.
Here are my final warriors. The Gondors and the Harads fighting on the spinny little disc. They look pretty cool, I think. Yeah, looking pretty snazzy. Yeah, look at that one spinning. Whoa, isn't that cool?
Here's my Harads on the spinny wheel, and they've been done up to tabletop standard. However, these three have been done a little bit further, and I'll be bringing the other ones up to the same standard over the next few weeks. And here they are on the Mummock Hill, finally, after, I don't know, a year of just hanging around, looking like grey dudes. Finally ready for the deserts of Harad.
I really enjoyed this process, and I am really excited to see what other projects we can get up to. There's so many other miniatures out there. I really like how they've turned out, but I just feel as though they could be a little bit better. Could have been slower with some of the areas, and I could perfect it and go over things again.
I think we can take these further.
Okay.
I think over the next few videos, off camera and on camera, we can add some highlights. I did 12 Haradrim. It was a bit of a slog. My eyes were bigger than my belly on this one, I must admit.
If you want more content like this, hit the subscribe button and put the notifications on. That means you won't miss any videos.
And if you'd like to know more about this, then you're going to have to click on this video.